Okay, we are live on Restream. Streaming live. Let's see how this.
Yeah, I got you. 1 second.
You get a longer cord. Levi's sending stuff. Levi 9 bursts out. Design persuades our subconscious wants and admirations. Hello there. My name is Levi Dunn. Yeah. Levi Bahn. Levi Bahn. He's German.
Ja.
Er ist Deutsch. Er Deutsch ist. From Pratt Institute has been working with private companies, startups, agencies, fortifying and turning users into advocates by crafting aspirations, potential for user-driven decisions. Let's connect.
I think it's short for Bongwasser.
Oh yeah.
No, just kidding. Bong water.
Oh. Speak to me, write to me.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Every challenge is in front of them, whether it's internal or customer will potentially be. What's it like to work with me?
What's good on mobile?
Share screen, invite guests. Let's see. Let's see how this works. Maybe I'll add him too.
We're doing it, huh? Did you send the right text? Yeah, right?
Yeah, I just sent it to you twice technically because I thought, oh, let's see if Levi wants to join, see how that works.
Okay.
Just kind of fuck around and see how this platform works. It's not the best lighting in here. Oh no. Oh shit. Somebody's got to turn their mic off. Let's see. And then we turned our both off. Okay, now mine's back on. Ah, I see you. Okay, so we go.
How about this? Can you hear me now?
No.
Yours? I have mine on mute. On the speaker.
Yeah. On the what?
On the speaker. Yo. Uh-oh.
Audio. Interesting that I thought it would show us both together.
You're backstage. Only the host can see it. That's what
Oh.
it says. Skeletor.
How to change that? Where does it say that for you?
Oh, right here.
What if I go like that? Oh, there we go.
But I am.
There you go.
No, you're on. You're on with the dog.
What's up? Up.
Now it's you.
Oh, good. Kind of not too bad. Echo. Echo. Echo.
All right. So what are we doing here today? We are. Is your mic still on? Yeah, your mic.
You were on the mic with Mike.
Okay, so
See if it still hears you.
it doesn't.
No. But something hears us. I imagine.
Yeah.
Let's.
Oh, well, let's start with that. Like, we can each talk and we can each pause as necessary.
Why does my lighting keep fucking changing? You see that?
Maybe turn sideways.
We need
Like, just,
maybe.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you want to turn the lights?
I don't know. Maybe. But I should turn
It's that switch right there.
behind me.
Oh, this one. Oh, I got this. I got it.
I think I should turn this one off.
I have all of these lights connected to the switch.
Oh, really? Oh, gotcha. Well, welcome to
It keeps switching.
day one of Zvi and Skelly working together, trying to figure out where we can create some value for ourselves and for the world. We are right next to each other. Hey, bud. Eventually, you'll probably need to put your mic on if you're to talk, but I guess that's a little tricky with being right next to each other. But it's only day one. It's day one. What do you have to say about that?
No, you mute, right? Hey, what's up? We're just two New York hustlers trying to like convince ourselves that anyone with a dream could just go for it, and if we're practical, and we've been alive 40 years already each, right? Me coming up on 44 next Sunday. I just think we have enough smarts to create our own income streams,
Yeah.
and I believe in that 100%. I've been spending a lot of time last few years figuring out what I can do on my own and trying to move from, independence to interdependence, as Trevor would say, and trying to learn how to work with someone. Stephen Archive, I love that guy. 7 Habits.
Of highly effective people.
Yes, sir. And with all the cash that was kind of dumped onto the market and all the excitement for reinvestment in these kind of capitalist ideals, feels like the two of our senses can come together and make something marketable and put out good content and get people on board. I think that the discussion this morning we had was great. We had nothing, and from nothing from the chaos we made something. Isn't that the first couple of lines of the Bible? From chaos, he made light and dark, and then from there he made land and sea, right?
I don't know if I've ever read the Bible.
but it's just saying each step is each action, and I love the idea of stepping into it with this kind of action, and who knows what it'll be. And I really do hope I don't fuck up this friendship. But I think that collaboratively we could do more than we think, and if we're open, you know, and also, I accept that it'll go any which way it'll go. I think that's the thing about being open. All right, I'll let you jump back in and let you know that I'm excited for whatever comes.
Yeah, and so far today, we started discussing our first possible project here, which is leveraging Zvi's his talents in rapid prototyping and the um, utilizing making a course around the skill set he's developed with Drupal 7, which he likes to call D7, doesn't like the word Drupal. I like the word Drupal. I think it's kind of fun to say. Um, into a course, possibly on Udemy, right? And so we're sort of um, we're sort of exploring what does it take to build a Udemy course, right? What makes a successful course? How do you define and create the content, and then ultimately market that, and try to build up users and students, right? So we thought that we might just start recording, live streaming as we're going. The process of building a product, building a company, could be interesting content to share with the world, as a podcast or a live stream. So we just sort of, found this website, restream.io. Figured, let's just start to fucking make stuff, film stuff, record stuff. And like Zvi was saying, one step after another. And so I think, yeah, just taking the first step, see what happens is kind of where we're at right now.
I'm gonna just jump in and say that some of the meditation training that I've been doing over the last while has taught me to put the brain down and let the hands do the work in a sense. And obviously, the brain is always in there trying to piece things together, but there's only so long you're going to theorize it. At some point, it's time for action, and
Action, baby.
that's where we're at.
So right now we have a page on Pantheon's site, course topic management, where we are just putting together a list of the potential topics to address in this Udemy course, um, and sort of organizing it into a flow of relevant information, trying to think from the student's perspective, and what is our goal for them, what are they going to come out of this with, once they sign up and go through and finish this course, what should they be able to do at the end of it and the culmination.
One of the most exciting moments of my life was when I was introduced to Drupal 10, 12 years ago. So sometimes people say, Drupal 7 isn't that done? Isn't it?
That shit's over,
Hasn't it
bro.
been,
That's last year.
hasn't it been buried like 10 years ago? So yeah, I know it's crazy and counterintuitive. Don't get me wrong, I do understand that. But like you said, if the goal is to help the developer be able to quickly produce results, I have not found a tool that was better, and I still enjoy using it. And so I think that for anyone that's a PHP developer and doesn't have a framework they love, and loves the simplicity and minimalist, uh, wants a minimalist framework to start being able to play with and prototype your concepts. That's plenty of reason I share to jump in. On top of it, it's just PHP. It's open source. It's available everywhere. The special sauce here that we're hoping to deliver is obviously my extensive experience, as Kelly mentioned, but on top of that, using uh, playing D7 on Pantheon. I'm going to start the course assuming that you're going to already have an understanding and accounts set up and you're ready to go because again with rapid prototyping you want to be able to jump right into a sandbox and start developing, and I found that this is the best way to do it.
Cool. So regarding, let's see, where is it? Interesting.
I'll tell you though, Scott, it really was like I found a miracle. I was almost ready to give up on PHP because there was so much scaffolding that had to be performed for every project. So it only made sense for larger projects. Like I helped build network websites, and that is worth the time because potentially I'm running 10 to 200 websites on the same code, and it's worth the time spent. But when you have to scaffold, it's just not conducive to prototyping.
Yeah.
You want consistency. You want to be able to jump right in. And I don't know if I was saying before how it could possibly be measured, but I feel like 90% of the cruft was removed once I learned Drupal, and since then have edged even closer to the 100% mark in terms of just being ready to go when I have a concept I want to try out.
I think what you just said could be the opening to the course. I think that was really powerful statement there of I was ready to give up, because PHP is not meant for rapid prototyping. It's for big applications, et cetera, et cetera. So finding D7 is what allowed you to really find the right tools for this specific development process for smaller scale stuff. I think that's a really interesting.
It's
opening
like a library of 10,000 functions. That's PHP. There's just every kind of thing you might be able to do with a string or an array. But what Drupal does is really make it functional, where it's like, I need to show screens that do all the CRUD operations in terms of editing content and displaying it, having the proper templates and the permissioning to show one thing versus another depending on who you are. That kind of contextual personalization out of the box was really rare. On top of it, as a developer, the hardest thing about getting into the framework is knowing how to do the same thing you already know how to do. Right?
But more efficiently.
And how do they do it in that framework? What's a good way to do it? Whether a good way to do it is something that is from an engineering perspective new to you or specific to the framework. And I found that the Drupal hook system allows you to sort of go right in, tune the one thing you need, and come right back out. It's opinionated in some ways about the way it builds out a page, builds out a script, and that's good, I think. It's so flexible that I think it's if someone wants, like I said, a minimalist framework to really be able to prototype, it's worth stepping back in time and going to this previously thought dead framework and realizing that it is about as micro as it gets. I see you're still typing there. I really appreciate your time today, Skelly. I'm excited, to dive in a little. We have a pretty superficial relationship. We started out playing poker together. We love discussing deeper ideas with regards to personal growth and what it means to be a man sometimes, and all these different topics. On top of that, I think we're both adventurous enough to admit we like to get out with the boys and try and hike and camp and things like that. So throwing this on top is kind of going to be an interesting ripple in the dynamic.
Yeah.
And let's throw the dice. That's what I say.
Yeah, and we both can talk And I think that lends itself to podcasting, um, exploring different topics. We come at things from very different backgrounds and perspectives. Um, but already, I think we can find an engagement process where, especially because initially we're focusing on your project, really, right? Leveraging your background, your expertise, your skill set, and me sort of working as the interpreter in a way, and the investigator, the um, director, producer in a way of like trying extracting the nuggets, these golden nuggets that you have from your experience as a developer, rapid prototyping developer, and packaging it in a way that other people who want to be working in a similar capacity can really take in and understand and internalize and find value from. So I think it feels like there is a you know prospectus for a good balance there, where you'll spitball and then I'll help to corral and kind of understand like, okay, well, what does that mean to the end user?
Yeah, and hoping that evolves in really healthy ways too. Those communication styles and um, even from that point, being really open. So far, it seems like this is something marketable, and so we're kind of moved in that direction.
Hmm.
But I think it's you can be radically playful with these kind of business building moments and sessions that we want to do, and say, what's on the other side of that spectrum? Maybe it's learning how Skelly creates a deal in life, and helping facilitate that with
Hmm.
whatever I can, whatever I
Yeah,
am.
that could be interesting. Like finding deals, finding value,
Yeah.
buying low, selling high. It's always one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah, I'm more open than you think to playing around because after reading Rich Dad Poor Dad, it's just building the asset column out. That's the goal. The how, why not be creative and enjoy the kind of journey of it, and be really flexible and creative about it.
Yeah, we're both in these stages of our lives where we're sort of coming off projects, um, and searching for what we want to do next, with a number of parameters of like doing something that matters to us, that we're passionate about, but that also brings money in and pays the bills. And we're both sort of flirting with finding jobs at the same time as building our own things. Um, and that's interesting. And I think just navigating that dynamic of the different, you know, needs, wants, desires, constraints, etc., that we both have. Like these are real world topics that lots of people struggle with, right? And lots of people are navigating. And if this could be something that shows other people, you know, how how to do it, or one way to pursue it. I don't know. Just thinking about the value that could be there of exposing the process, right? Even when it's uncomfortable. Like we don't know what we're doing right now. We're just on here fucking spitballing, having fun, getting started, right? And most likely very few, if not zero people will ever watch this particular thing we're recording right now. But that's that has to not be the point. We have to create this content anyways, even if we know nobody will watch it, because that's how anything starts. That's how everything starts. Nobody starts out with a million people. Well, I mean, on TikTok, perhaps, like you can go viral on TikTok really quickly. The algorithm's there, so that might be something interesting as well. We're not locked into any platform. We're not locked into any methodology. We're kind of just thinking about, okay, like you said, we're two sharp guys. We have these, interesting pasts that um, people in real life engage with us and appreciate our perspective, and we're able to connect with people like that. So I think right now we're trying to figure out, okay, well, how do we take that to an online world, either video or audio, or some sort of online platform that we can share who we are, our personalities with the world, but also find some way to fucking make some money off of it, and like do it where this is a business, and um, we can curate and cultivate our personalities as um, business entities, online entities.
Yeah, and by working together, we can make sure we don't slip into common pitfalls of getting overly emotional about any one particular thing or another. In the way we make our way through this process, we can keep it collaborative and supportive. And to me, I'm still passionate about the technology of it. I'm still, um,
Mhm.
I'm almost at a desperate level to show the power of this tool because I think it's a secret. I think it's an amazing little secret in life.
Hmm.
I do. And and in terms of creating the content and the Udemy course, things like that, my brain isn't on that, and so I definitely think the dynamic of relationship here is going to go to um, sort of help put structure around this bit of passion that is a little bit uncontrolled right now and doesn't have any direct monetization.
Yeah, and it's always easier to do something with a partner. You
Yeah.
know, doing things on your own is just way more challenging. It's hard to be everything all the time. And so to have somebody who complements, can balance, and offer that motivation. Sometimes you're low and they're high, and they can bring you back up, right, and vice versa. And you look at anything in life. So I founded a few companies in the past, right? And my main startup that I founded, Wolf, I was the founder and CEO. Um, Eventually building a team, bringing on, at executive level, so chief marketing, head of hardware, head of software, um, etc. But I was always searching for my COO, somebody who complemented my skill set as the visionary with somebody who's just like the on the ground tactician, getting shit done. And so I've gone through, I've seen that process, that firsthand of how important it is to have people on your team who complement you, and enable you to be your best self, and you do the same for them. And so going anything alone is fucking hard. Doing something with other people who help you, find that momentum and motivation when it can be tough to find yourself. I just It's just so important.
You know, you know,
Did that change for you too when I
something
changed it?
just changed there.
And
Yeah,
you see us both bigger? Okay, cool. I kinda like
but
this
that's
one.
good. Yeah, who knows? Um,
We should eventually, after we record some of this, like an hour or so, we should just, stop and watch back a little bit, and
mm,
especially listen for the audio.
yeah.
Like, that's gonna be, um
I wanted to jump back to what you were saying about jobs, though. And
mm,
transition time for both of us, and you know, um, our own acceptance of we're here and we have a little bit of
we're
a buck in
queer.
front of us, and we want to just let's blast through together, in that kind of sense. In terms of jobs, though, I really have a hard time seeing myself going all the way into the job market.
Mhm.
Um, I've been successful doing consulting jobs in the past, and that's about as far as I would take it in dealing with corporate.
Yep.
Um, the the theme market, like Theme Forest and the WordPress theme market 10 years ago, was an incredible opportunity for people who wanted a residual income product, a theme that they designed, put up on the market,
Yeah.
and it would have been profitable. We all were living our lives, but we're here today, and I feel an incredible reset moment in life where it's like, let's see what we can come up with. We already have all the tools, we already have all the sensibilities, and I'm not looking around as much anymore. I'm trying to just make things that are useful to people or help expose things in a certain way so that we can all understand each other better, collaborate better. And so I'm excited about the product we're going to build. I'm excited about the process of building the product together. And I'm excited about communicating the process of building it and telling you all about the journey we're going to go through. And having the foresight right now to know it's going to be great only excites me. So I'm glad you're all here to come along with us. And
All 0 of you so far.
all zero. Nice to see you, zeros. Zero.
Go start somewhere. Yep. All right. Well, let's end this stream real quick so we can just check it out, see how that see what it looked like. Um, that's about a half hour of recording so far, but don't worry, we're gonna hop back in right after this short break. End